Hey guys, I am Valley Williams. I am a loan officer with C2 Financial Corporation. It's the nation's #1 mortgage broker. I'm happy to be with them. We're also licensed real estate agents, and so today I just kind of wanted to go live, go public, kind of about my opinion on some new strategies that are out there for listing and selling homes, and to just let consumers decide with the information and be aware of what is really going on. So today, basically I want to start out by this. Some of you have seen a lot more auction properties out there, and sometimes auction properties are real auctions where there were foreclosures or bank repos, and in that case they're an auction through the bank. But now we're seeing more realtors list properties as auctions, and so I kind of wanted to discuss how that process happens and what it means for you as a seller or a buyer. So how it kind of works is the listing agent comes to you and says, look, we're going to sell your home for no fees. We're not going to charge you anything, but we're going to list it for like 100 or more less than what it's worth. And then we're going to get buku amounts of buyers, ton of action and activity that'll drive the value of your home up. And so as a seller, you're like, wow, no fees? That's awesome. I mean, how can I participate? But the truth of it is, and I hope that the realtors out there are telling you this, and I just wanted to leave this note too, just because this is somebody's way of presenting business and sales doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means I'm trying to bring to you the value to know what's best for you, because in some cases this might be a better situation. But so this is how it works. They list your home for, let's use like basic numbers. So my friend and I were talking about this the other day, and we were talking about listing it for $600,000. I'm sorry, the home is worth $600,000, but listing it at $500,000. And so as a seller, if somebody says to you, I'm going to sell your home with no fees, wouldn't you kind of hesitate and say, wait a minute, why are you doing that for free? Or how are you really getting paid? To me, it draws red flags immediately, and especially if somebody doesn't say, well, this is how, then I would be leery on it, because I feel like, when you're in a partnership with somebody, and I feel like a seller and a realtor are just that. You guys are in a partnership to sell your home, that you should go in eyes wide open. And so not disclosing that bothers me a little bit. But what they do is when a buyer bids on your property, they add the fee for the listing agent and the buyer's agent to the balance of the offer price. So and it's 6% most of the time. I mean, sometimes I guess it's 5%, but let's just say 6%, the buyer is actually paying for that in the sales price. But the way that doesn't work is your home's only worth $600. So if somebody offers $600, they're paying the 3%. Where's it coming out of? It's actually coming out of your net profit on the seller's side of the closing statement. So if it's coming out of the seller's side closing statement net profit, are you paying fees at that point? Yeah, you are. Because if it's only worth $600 and they bid $600, and now they're adding 6% to the $600,000, and it doesn't appraise at that, they either bring it in cash, they cancel, or you pay for it. And in this market, it's not very rare that we have people paying out of pocket for the difference between the sales price and the appraised value. So, at the end of the day, you're paying for it, and that's just the truth. The other thing is, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like it's a little self-serving as an agent. So if I list this property, that's beautiful home, $600,000 it's really worth, but I'm marketing it at $500,000, how many people do you think are going to realize it's worth a whole lot more than what I have it for sale, and are going to just flood my inbox to try to get me to sell them this home? And the idea is, if you're an agent right now, it's like awesome to have buyers. So they are marketing it for less, really to flood their pipeline, and not necessarily to get these people to buy your home, because those people that are coming to that agent aren't necessarily coming because they want to buy your home, but because they see a deal. So are they going to offer more for your home than it's worth? No, because they initially started because they saw a bargain. And so that agent now has all these leads that they can go sell other homes to these people. So for me, it's a little self-serving, and as a buyer, I feel like I would be a little frustrated and would feel misled about it. So that's another reason. And then the other thing is that they only really tend to show your property for one day. So let's say you you have your house for sale or for one day. You show people for one day, but let's say this guy named Tom would have gone full price or over asking, but he didn't get into the market until 4 days after that one day. But he can't see the house anymore. So is he going to bid on it? No. And he can't even, because he's never even seen it. So I think that just having the house open for one day isn't enough to get the amount of buyers that you would have to drive your price up. Obviously, we know when there's more demand, the higher the value, or the more we can increase the sales price. And so you want to really just get your demand high, but not being able to show it isn't keeping the demand high. So that's my take on that. I feel like there's situations though that would work. I have a situation where I have a house that's kind of been stale for a little while. It's been on the market for a while. It's worth what we have it listed for, but we have room in what we owe versus what we want to sell it for to like maybe negotiate a little bit. And I think that if more people saw this house, would maybe potentially offer, you know, in the range we're looking for. So it might even be a good idea to do it on that house. But if you're brand new on the market and you're just one of those houses that's like in the price range that everybody's shopping for, I don't really see the need to do an auction listing. That's my personal take. I think that it's going to be a short-lived strategy. It may work from case by case, but I think it's important to really understand what you're getting yourself into. Remember that phrase, you're in a partnership and your eyes should be wide open going into it. So make sure you get the full truth and pull everything out of it, and then also have the time to like think about it and read up on it and the process so you know what you're getting into. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna do these more often so we can kind of educate you guys and let you know like what's going on out there in the real estate market. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.